Hello everyone, my name is Adam Lesser, and this is my introduction for AEP 880. Hopefully this microphone works alright. I've been trying the desktop webcam for a long time, and it hasn't been working for the microphone, so hopefully we have things squared away finally here. A little bit about myself. I am a teacher at Salina South High School. This is my 8th year there. I've been there my entire teaching career, so it's nice to be able to kind of have my roots settled a bit and kind of know the system that I'm at and be able to focus more on my actual teaching instead. I've been teaching science and engineering classes my entire time there, so whether that's been from physics or physical science to earth science and kind of a few things in addition to that, it's definitely been on that kind of pathway for me. While I'm there, I've been coaching robotics for the entire 8 years, and then I picked up Scholars Bowl in the past couple of years as well, just as something else to be able to kind of share my passion for learning and for what I'm doing there. On the more professional side, I guess, this is my last class at Fort Hays State before my MIT practicum, so it's nice to finally kind of be near the finishing line at least. I did a lot of work last year to get there, and hopefully it continues to go well for me here. More personally, I have been married for 5 years to my wife Alyssa, and we live here in Salina, Kansas with just a cat for now, which is perfectly fine, and we're just kind of enjoying the time that we have here as we're just getting settled in and feel like we're in a good place. About my background a little bit, at least my family history, the top picture is my mom and dad, and they're both from the kind of Topeka, Lawrence area, more or less. I think it's the easiest way to describe where we're at here in Kansas. And even their parents are from the same general area, more or less, just between Topeka and Lawrence. Everything seems to kind of fit within that area for the past couple of generations. Back before that, so if we're thinking my ancestors and where they came from, I'm not completely sure exactly where everybody came from. I know that I'm primarily Swedish and German. Those are the two main things that I have. But I'm not exactly sure on when that happened or any other sort of anywhere else my ancestors would have came from. As far as family themselves, my dad's side, obviously, you can see he's a little bit bigger. He's one of 5 kids, and my mom's just being one of 3 kids. But in either case, I definitely remember growing up always having lots of cousins around and being able to have that interaction with people as well, which was pretty great. As far as special customs or traditions, a lot of our customs or traditions are church-based or, food-based, I guess. One of the biggest things that would fit more outside of the church and holidays like Christmas and Easter and stuff like that would be my dad's side used to actually go to Hillingsfest in Lindsborg every other year for a reunion. We haven't done that quite as much just since the family has expanded, even though it's kind of more reason to do it. But it was certainly something I remember growing up consistently going to Lindsborg to be able to have that festivity and just be able to see people again and see family again. Moving forward to the 10 pictures, I tried to kind of mix it up between more of the professional side and more of the personal side. And this is stuff that I kind of mentioned already, teaching at Salina South. The one thing with teaching the kind of the bottom left picture, my entire immediate family graduated at K-State to teach. So my mom and sister still do. My mom teaches in Perry-Lecompton High School, teaching family and consumer science. My sister's kindergarten teacher out in Dodge City. So a little bit different than the other two of us. And then my dad and brother moved on to other professions since. But the other pictures, I mean, this is basically, if I think back to my last semester, most of my life was wrapped up in these 4 things and just trying to keep up with all that stuff as well. Moving forward to more of the personal side, these are things that are definitely just more define who I am, I would say. Starting on the left, I do play a lot of video games, both on the computer or on console or anything like that. I just enjoy being able to play with people and just having that interaction with them, and it kind of goes with the board games on bottom left to center as well. Just kind of gives us something to do that allows us to talk and interact with each other. On the bottom left, that was a picture from Glacier National Park. I always enjoy going hiking with my wife or just being able to spend some time outdoors, which is great. And the left of center rather, I did grow up in a Methodist church, so that is a lot of my background rather. And I remember just every single Sunday going through all the membership process, and it's certainly a big thing about who I am today as I continue to attend. On the right of that picture is actually from the K-State Orchestra. I've played music for most of my life since I was in first grade. Played piano, violin, viola, as well as guitar a little bit. But that's actually, I met my wife through the K-State Orchestra. My stand partner actually was a roommate for my current wife, and it was cool to have that kind of just interesting connection for that. K-State, of course, being a big part for my family, where we all went to school and where I met my wife as well. So of course it's going to be hard not to have that be a picture that I would consider here. And then the last one, kind of going back to the hiking thing and just being outdoors. We typically, when we think about going on vacations, it's more often than not towards mountains of some sort. So towards Rocky Mountain National Park, Lake National Park, Smoky Mountains, anything like that. We just enjoy the scenery. We enjoy just being able to get out and just enjoy nature itself. So that's a bit about me. I look forward to meeting the rest of you and seeing what this class has to offer for us. Thanks.